Welcome back to my channel. I am Amira, and this is my channel, Looking Through Amira, where we tap into our innermost creative badass and create the life of our dreams, even if on a dime. So first and foremost, man, I feel like I've been a little inconsistent this last month, and last month as in September. Today was at the very end of August, and I feel like I've just been having this like giant fun streak for the last month. I've had so many friends come into town and family come into town, which has been a huge blessing, and it's been literally so much fun. So I'm sorry if everything was a little wonky and off balance, but just know that if I'm ever not on schedule, it's probably because I am having the time of my life somewhere doing something else besides YouTube, which hopefully you guys can understand. So I also really quickly just want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed over the last month. It means everything to me. I just want to welcome you guys to the creative badass family. Wendy, you are a rock star. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Maddie Retner, that I want to say thank you to, and Verge, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. This project, guys, this is actually a really good one if you need one of those projects that just keeps you busy. You guys are like me. I have really been struggling with my brain. There's just like so much stress happening all around us, and I just feel like I've had trouble just quieting my mind. My mind's just kind of like running laps like all day long. This project is really great if you just need a project to like sit and like focus on to get your brain to quiet down. That's going to be this project, and it's really fun too. And I just wanted to take a moment to remind you guys that I am not a professional. I am as amateur as it gets. But what I do isn't perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but if anything, I want that to show you guys that if Amira can do it, then we can do it. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm capable of doing it, then so are you guys. So anyways, guys, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright friends, so I'm just going to start out by giving all of my pumpkins a good base coat. Now, you should technically kind of prep the pumpkin. You should get a certain type of spray to do it, but I am doing this project on the ultimate budget. So I actually had this chalk paint lying around from an old project, so I'm just going to use this one. But a nice little budget hack to know of is you can use like a plain acrylic paint, so like the black and the orange paints that I have. Those are like 67-cent acrylic paints, and if you mix it with some baking soda, it kind of turns into like a clayish chalk paint kind of texture. Okay, so in hindsight, I probably should have just mixed that color of orange straight with baking soda, because I love the way that that color was. It was like a really cool like rust orange, but I had so much leftover white that I was like, I'm just gonna mix it. But it kind of just made it a lighter orange. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I just wish I would have done just the darker orange and baking soda. So continue to give all of your pumpkins a really good first coat. The more the merrier. It might take a minute to dry, but I even go in the next day and kind of do like a touch-up second coat where it needs to be. But like I said, the more the merrier. It's good for it to be thick. And yeah, we're just going to do that and then let it dry, and then we're going to start doing the designs. So there's so many different inspo photos that you can find on Pinterest. You can Google like henna pumpkins or boho painted pumpkins. My paintbrush is small, but it's not small enough, and it kind of stinks. Like when I was almost done with my last pumpkin, I found a whole Ziploc bag full of teeny tiny paintbrushes that were even smaller than this one. So my paintbrush made it a little more difficult because I couldn't really get into the details. So I'm just doing a lot of really basic shapes, a lot of like diamonds and dots and lines, and always keep in mind too, like the beauty of it is if you mess up, then you can go back over with the white chalk paint or whatever the base coat is. I know I had to do that numerous times. I even had to erase or redo like multiple pumpkins because I just messed them up so bad, or I didn't like the way that it turned out. I always kind of want to include my mess ups so you guys know that it took me a while to kind of perfect what I was doing, but for time's sakes I just cut it out. But just keep in mind that you can erase and you can always start over. So this one's going to be really similar to the first one, lots of just basic shapes and lines, except I do kind of a design around the center of the pumpkin because it's so big. But this design that I did was probably the easiest I did out of all of the pumpkins. So go back in and add second coats if you need to, or you can even just kind of like do little touch-ups here and there if you need to as well. I just want to point out that little tiny white pumpkin. That is one that I did not include footage of because I'm about to just completely repaint it and start over. I'm about to go in and do some touch-ups. I just have white chalk paint on a Q-tip, but you can also use a paintbrush as well, and I'm just going in and kind of cleaning up the messy lines. So I found some good inspo on Pinterest for this pumpkin. Once again, it sucks that I was using such a big paintbrush because it was hard for me to go in and make really fine lines and go in with details. I know what you're thinking as well. Maybe I should use a Sharpie, which I did try to do that, but the chalk paint just severely dries out the marker. So I had to cancel that idea. I probably could have done something a little more simple on the top, but you know what? It turned out fine. But if you guys haven't kind of gathered from watching this, the key to this is going to be keeping as much paint on your paintbrush as possible. So I am an idiot. Just found the perfect little detailed paintbrush while looking for my gold leaf paint. So this would have been super useful from the get. I have one little pumpkin left, so I may go in and try to detail it out with this guy. Ay, ay, ay. Wow, 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 does this little paintbrush make all the difference in the world? And I hate that I didn't have it from the beginning, but make sure you guys go out and really have a detailed paintbrush, like the smallest paintbrush that you can find, because it'll make all of the difference. You made me feel sweet, and if I'm losing my mind, would you lose yours with me? You made me wanna melt like butter in the pan. It's hard to keep my cool, knowing I'm your man. So let's spend some time wasting it away. Your love is like music. You went and changed the game. We're breaking all the rules. Our side signs don't match. Immigration issues, trying to prove I'm with you. I'm gonna miss you. We'll hate to see you go. This time we just go slow. Will truly dim my heart, but it's only time apart. In no time we gon' be right back, right by my side like a monkey on my back. It's been a ride and we know we need it done. I guess you need the lows to know when you're up. Get this liquid leaf open, so I might just take a hammer to it. Like, screw it. So I was originally going to do a design on the black pumpkin too, but it was such a good look. Like, I love the look of just the matte black with the gold leaf, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to leave that. And then I was going to do a design on the other little orange pumpkin too, but I kind of like the balance to have a couple that were just plain and then the design ones to just make it pop. So after the gold leaf dries, this is the final look. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I really like it, and I like that I left two pumpkins plain because I think the gold leaf just gives it enough of a look on its own. I also added some candles, and I really think that it brought it to life. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Make sure you say hello, give me a thumbs up if you did like it, and don't forget to press that subscribe button for more DIYs like this. Guys, I will see you next Friday, but in the meantime, love hard, be a light, and always have a little faith in your future. See you guys then. Bye!